Okay, real quick, I wanted to go through some details on the code to make sure if you're using this, you get the right information that you need to. So these are just updates listing out the things that need to be fixed or have been fixed. There's still a lot of work to be going in here for some details and changes that will be coming in. These are all just kind of notes. Feel free to read through this. This is important to know which pins go where to build this thing. So like the 16 and 17 go to D8 and D7 on the ESP 8266, and this comes from the pins on the ESP32. So make sure you pay attention to that. On the ESP8266 has a different breakout for those different pins on that to go to the display. This is all just notes for programming notes in case you wanted to change, or I want to change something in the future. Just kind of references for what commands come from the ESP8266 and what I want them to set and changes and modifications. What digital or what are those called? V's virtual pins are used from the code for the Blink program. That's that. That's all the information. Obviously, this can be added to, taken away from. Down here, there's an important section. So this is important. I flagged it so you can see what really needs to be changed. Now, in here, this right here is the Bluetooth name of the tagger. Okay, so whenever you try and pair with it, this is what pops up on whenever you look at the Bluetooth devices that are available around you. This is the name of the tagger, and this changes depending on what you save it to or send it to. I will probably give you a simple code to do this, but you can change this name on the tagger by just pairing it and with a Android phone and editing the Bluetooth settings and changing the name to whatever you want to. So your code has to be specific to each tagger. You need to make sure every single tagger you use has a different service name or a Bluetooth name. Okay, so you have to go in and change every single gun, make it unique, and every code that you upload, make it unique, so otherwise it doesn't fight and compete to try and pair each of your Bluetooth BLE ESP32 devices with each gun. So make sure each code or each ESP32 you have is unique for each gun, and that one is designated to be used with that gun only. Key important feature. The next is this. This is the specific information that you have for the UUID information for the UART communication on your Bluetooth device. This should be the same for every single gun. All right, this is what sets it apart. This is just this should be the same on every single one. So this you shouldn't have to use and change, but if you did, and we'll find out if I have any struggles moving forward when I try and use more guns. But that should be consistent. The next thing is the gun ID number. Okay, so I recommend, like, let's say you call the BLE device name and you change the name for each of them, make it like player number 1, right? And then that would be gun 1, okay, or gun 0, or whatever you want to. Okay, so that's what I recommend doing to make that consistent. And then the next ESP32 you use to pair with the next gun, you make it gun ID number 2 or number 3 and number 4, etc. Go on down the list. This is important. You have to change this because otherwise each gun is going to be the same player number shooting each other. It's something that needs to be consistent and set up only for that specific gun.